Hi Paviter. First of all, congratulations on getting this offer and wish you very good luck for this role. But I wanted to understand how was your overall experience from learning SEO, then job hunting. I know we got a lot of projections as well, but at the end you managed to get an offer. But I would like to know about your experience. How was your learning experience, then your interviews experience as well?
Yeah, first of all, I think a big shout out and a huge thanks to you. I mean, this whole journey, it started from a very as a basic any student who comes to UK just with a lot of dreams and similar to me, I've just come for MBA. I never thought that I will get into SEO, so I did my normal MBA as global management. It was a normal course for year and a half, and meanwhile I was doing that, I had no clue that I can go into SEO or digital marketing. I was more focused. I was thinking what I can do, and the only thing that came to my mind as doing MBA was global, project management or something. But that's a lengthy process in itself, and that really didn't align to what I can see myself. And meanwhile, I was hunting what we can do better, because I was very sure that I am not in a place where I can just do all these odd jobs
Yeah,
and stay here for a longer
yeah,
period, because that was not on my head at all. So I wanted to do something where we can really something on the tech side where I can get the opportunity to stay in the UK for longer and get the sponsored job. But I think without a roadmap and without a mentor, it was impossible. And I'm still not sure how has God really helped me to get you through. And just scrolling through Instagram, I think I saw one of your reels where you were mentioned about your website, where I can look for the digital marketing jobs. So that was the first time I actually looked into, and I the first thing that I knew on my head was I have to book the appointment one on one with you. And I still remember that first day that we had the conversation of how I can get into either SEO or PPC, because I had no clue what they are actually. And you told me this is PPC, this is SEO. What's on your head? And that was my first thing about SEO. And I think from the very first day that we had that conversation, you shared a lot of things, all the material. But I think without giving without any mentorship from you, I couldn't have seen how SEO can be learned and how we can apply for the jobs. So when you started off this program, I think that was the major, I didn't even have to think twice about it without paying you the fee. And we started off with this program. I think that was the best part of this journey. And those 4 to 5 months that we had invested in the learning, I think they were the major breakthrough of where we can actually go from there.
mm,
And the one thing that I will take the onus of was that once we completed this program of 4 to 5 months that we had, I think from there on, I was on my head. I think we completed the program in October, and I completed my degree in September, and I started applying for the jobs right away from there. And I think in December we had our first interview that I had with one of the agencies. And I think I've given a lot of interviews in this process, but the one thing that I will take, say that I have been consistent in all this process. There was a time, even that we were like, you said that you have got enough opportunities. I was like, why am I not getting to get through these interviews? We were getting through the final rounds of the interviews, but still I was lacking somewhere, that I was not able to get through the final round. So I think one thing that you said me that really pushed me to actually work harder towards is this: I've got enough interviews, but there's something that I'm doing wrong, that I'm not getting through that one agency or a company. So I think being consistent in all this process was really important. And definitely knowledge is something that I've gained through. But that, as I said before, it can't really come through if I didn't have that whole roadmap in front of me. And applying to jobs like any other student, it is very easier to actually look through on LinkedIn or Indeed and apply, but there should be a strategy. And I was not aware of the strategy at all if you were not there to actually guide through. I remember that we have amended my CV a number of times. So I think that's where we have really worked hard
yeah.
on.
And also, like, if we compare all your agencies where you had interview, I think this is the best offer. Like, if you have gotten other offer, but this is one
Yeah.
of the best offer, and obviously it's
Yeah.
it's worth the wait.
Yeah, I think fate really plays a major role. But when once you remember that I got my first agency, I was really trying to crib myself all this time, and I was telling you that what I did wrong. But I think I was not prepared enough to get into that agency. If I look now and what I gave the interview to this agency and compared to what I gave the interview to them was really a major
Yeah.
difference. I can see in myself as well.
Yeah, and also if you remember, that agency didn't have sponsorship license as well, but over here they have verbally
Yeah.
mentioned it to you that, once you
Yeah.
have passed your probation, we can consider you for sponsorship as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, both were very good agencies.
Yeah,
The one we applied initially and this one as well. But this one, although they operate majorly from US and South Africa, but I think they have their SEO and digital marketing team in UK, and they work completely remote. So I think that's a very good advantage for me to actually get into, because I have to keep learning the things
yeah.
side by side as well, which I think is good for me when I'm in the remote setup, because I can learn side by side and work as well. And I think it's a huge opportunity for me to get into the first job in such an agency.
It's very amazing to see that you had no background of digital marketing or SEO, and then
Yeah,
you obviously it must be hard for you too as well when you were in a learning phase. 4 5 months were hard to learn new
yeah,
concepts. How does it work? So how did you navigate it those 5 months with confidence that you know that you are going to land something after this program? But how
yeah.
how was your experience of that 4 5 months as well?
Right off when we started, I only had an experience from very customer service background. But
Yes.
when you introduced me to how SEO really works, which is a more tech side of
Yeah.
the industry, so I think it's not really content or digital marketing. It's basically the tech side where I think we need to really rely upon the other things as well. So apart from having the customer service experience, which is more to have a good advantage
Yeah.
on the client, but I think it's really important to have the learnings from the tech side as well, which I think you had a very clear vision of how you taught us. And all those 4 to 5 months that you had a roadmap of SEO teaching that we had, I think you covered most of the parts that we could really apply on our day-to-day basis in the job. And it really helped me to crack the interview, and all the questions that they actually ask in the job interviews, I think that's what we have covered. And when we were really preparing for the jobs, you helped me with all those tasks that they gave, and I think that was the majority breakdown of what I have learned and put them in the practical setup. So
Yeah.
I think coming from a background where I had zero knowledge of SEO, and then learning them from every session that we had with you every weekend, I think learning, and you also gave us the practical these tasks to actually work upon. I think that was the majority of the learning part that we have into use the practicality, because we are coming from a background where we haven't really applied in a job setup, but only to have the practical knowledge and put them all together to have the right job interviews. So I think, yeah, I think that journey of 4 to 5 months was really important to actually, I think we need to have, and somebody who is applying for such a job, I think it's really important to have these 6 months of time to put
Yeah.
together for the
Exactly.
job itself.
I'm
Yeah.
totally appreciate that you come a long way from. I think it we completed in October, November, then you got a role in March, April. So it was around, I think, 9 months of hard work. So it is not
Yeah,
like 1 month you have done
definitely.
something and you got a job. It's a 9 months of hard work,
Yeah.
consistency, getting rejections, failures, and then you have got a good job, which is really good. So thank you, Pavitra. Thank you for giving your time today, and I wish you all the best for your future.
Yeah, the thank you. All the credit goes to you, Karan, and I am really, I can't really be thankful enough to what you have given me in the journey and whole this process, and looking forward to have a great time with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.